$14.95. That's 25% off. Visit InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139 to secure your ancient defense.
You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
Fix bayonets. We are now entering overdrive with your host, Alex Jones, broadcasting live from the front lines. If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
Welcome back to the Alex Jones Show. I'm David Knight here in Overdrive. We just wanted to clear out some of the callers who've been on hold. We're going to try to get to Dean, Frank, Rick, Bill, if we have time for everybody. Let's go to Dean in California. Go ahead, Dean.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good.
Good. Yeah, I'd like to talk to you about several of the things. One would be different cures for cancer, but probably the most important thing on the list is how they're taming down society and killing people right now. Is the main way is through the water system, because the stuff that's in the water is the stuff that like Prozac and all the other medicines that are being given to people, as well as the fluoride and all this other stuff like that. If you look on CNN, you'll see a news report several years ago talking about how the fish are not able to reproduce, the frogs are not able to reproduce, and if they do reproduce, the things are all messed up and retarded. So
are you close to the area where they had that black sludge that was coming out of the city water supply, and they kept telling everybody, don't worry how it looks, don't worry how it smells, it's safe to drink? Are you close to that area?
No, I have not heard that story. I don't watch the news much.
Yeah, we covered that on the radio yesterday. A pretty amazing story, and yet there's so many things. People were having a problem with that because it looked like crude oil and it stunk. But there's so many things in the water that people can't smell, can't taste, don't really understand how it's going to affect them. When we talk about fluoride, and we talked about it in that context because they were debating that in Dallas, when we talk about those issues, people don't realize that even if it were something that was safe and effective for you, a medication, why would you want to dump it into the water supply where you can't control the dosage that people are going to get? I mean, that's the crazy part about it. But as you're pointing out, there's a lot of stuff that they're deliberately putting in to try to, I think, harm people, to lower the fertility rates. There's also stuff that passes through the bodies of the people who take these pharmaceuticals and find their way into the water supply and don't get filtered out. And that's where we can see these types of changes in aquatic life and that sort of thing.
Exactly. And the only the news you see on the censored news, CNN, would be just about animals. But they forget about us, because the only way to get rid of that stuff is to either distill it or do a reverse osmosis. And nobody has full reverse osmosis. I mean, even people that drink reverse osmosis water still take a shower, and they get about 7 cups of water through their skin, the biggest organ of our body. I mean, it's ridiculous. People aren't aware of this stuff.
That's true. And very true. Well, thanks for sharing that. Let's go to Rick in Canada. Rick?
Hey, how's it going?
Doing good. Go ahead. You're on live. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to start by saying I guess I'm a racist because I don't get vaccines or any kind of shots like that. But I'm a first-time caller, and I'm glad to see that you guys are selling oregano oil. And I want to talk a little bit about that because I've been taking oregano oil for over 5 years daily. Every day I take it. And I have not been sick, cold, flu, or anything since I started taking it.
Yes.
And I wanted to point out one thing, though. I don't necessarily agree that ingesting it into your stomach is the best way to be taking it. I was always taught to get the full effect of it, you need to put the liquid form underneath your tongue and let it absorb into the glands underneath your tongue, not on top of your tongue. So some tips I have for the burning effects is what me and my fiance do is if we brush our teeth first, it pretty well eliminates the burning. You don't even taste it. And then leave it sit for 30 seconds or a minute, and then drink a glass of milk or a glass of orange juice, and the burning is 100% completely gone.
Wow, that's an interesting take. Yeah, that's true. It's amazing how supplements, and I think this is what people, I've had these discussions with friends who are doctors, who are nurses, who won't try something even if it is cheap, and they won't try it for its effectiveness, even though it doesn't have any side effects. They're just so caught up in the medical community's narrative that they won't even give anything else a try. Absolutely. I've had the same experiences with oregano oil myself. Thanks for letting us know. Let's go to, we're out of time. Sorry, Frank and Bill and the rest of the people who just called in. Sorry we didn't have time to get to you. InfoWars Nightly News tonight at 7 p.m. And Alex will be back on Sunday at 4 p.m. Central. I had to think there for a second. Thanks for joining us.
Sold out for weeks to civilization for all of recorded history. Civilizations